So hello and welcome to Shifting Gears and welcome inside the Maruti Suzuki Victoris. This is the AllGrip variant and we are going to check out its off-road credentials.
And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just look it up. Don't be scared.
Now very quick clarity, this is an all-wheel drive system, but you do not get proper hardcore four-wheel drive tech, so you do not get a low range transfer case. This is going to be more of a traction control based on-demand all-wheel drive system. This Maruti Suzuki Victoris is predominantly a front-wheel drive, two-wheel drive SUV, but based on the slip of the wheel, it will transfer the power to the rear wheels as well. So it is an on-demand all-wheel drive system. And if at all you want power to all the wheels, if you want to power all four wheels, you can use the lock functionality where the power is split 50-50 between the front and rear wheels. Right now, let us check out how it performs on broken terrain and some different obstacles that Maruti Suzuki has arranged for us to experience. What I'm going to do is slot it in D mode, and I have set auto mode for my drive experience. So this mode selector, pushed it at auto, and I'm going to activate the 360-degree camera, which is going to help us maneuver the car. So first up is a rock bed. So I'm just releasing the accelerator and feathering the brake pedal. And this 360-degree camera support, it is helping me maneuver the car and ensure that I'm not hitting any big rock and I can get my vehicle out of this particular obstacle safely. And like I said, we are in auto mode right now, so nothing extraordinary over here. But again, if there was any slip of the wheel in such a situation, it could have powered the other wheel which was on ground with proper traction so that you can drive safely and get out of that obstacle. Now I know that a lot of you keyboard warriors would say that even an Alto can do this. Well, different cars can do different things in different scenarios and situations. This is a demonstration of the capability of the Maruti Suzuki Victoris. So when they say this is an SUV, it has all of those SUV attributes, and this all-wheel drive is an important game-changing bit of a feature and tech that this product has, and some of its competitors do not have it. The Hyundai Creta, the Kia Seltos, only two-wheel drive SUVs. Next up, potholes. If you're driving in a city like Mumbai, this is nothing of a surprise. You might actually find bigger potholes over there. So we'll activate the front feed of this camera setup, of this 360-degree camera setup, and check this out. We are continuing in auto mode, driving over potholes, absolutely no problem. I have not even tapped the throttle pedal. I just let the vehicle free roll without any throttle input. Just released the brakes and it tackled these potholes with absolute ease. So that demonstrates that on such broken terrain, in bumper to bumper city traffic, if you're driving on countryside roads, if the roads are really bad, you don't have to struggle too much or fight the situation too much. The vehicle is capable enough to get you out of that particular situation. Next up is a tip over situation. So we're going to check out how rigid the chassis is of this Maruti Suzuki Victoris. So again, let's change the camera feed. What we have to do is move a little wide and then make a turn. All right, so modulating the brake only. All right, so right now going in, going in, going in, and right now my wheel is in the air. The left side rear wheel is in the air. Now, how can you know how good the chassis is or how rigid the chassis is? Check this out. I can open the door. If the chassis was not rigid enough, the door wouldn't have opened because of the flex in the chassis. The Maruti Suzuki Victoris is a 5-star safe rated SUV by Global NCAP and Bharat NCAP, and this situation is also demonstrating that this is a strong, well-built SUV even for such extreme conditions which you in your daily ownership would not really experience. But God forbid there is some situation like this, the vehicle will keep you safe. You do have hill descent control and all of those features available to you with this Victoris, but we have not activated it right now. Still in auto mode and only modulating the brake and letting the vehicle move ahead. Absolutely no problem. The approach and departure angles are really good. I want to highlight that not even once did the bumper scrape. The front end or the rear end, both bumpers did not scrape even once. So that is going to give you confidence that if you go off-roading, if you drive on a trail, the bumpers are not going to scrape easily and they are not going to give you a huge repair bill. So that should also give you more peace of mind and more confidence in your ownership cycle. Now we have a steep incline. So what we are going to do is activate snow mode so that we have better traction when we are climbing up. I have still not locked that mode, so I am not splitting the power 50-50 between both the front and rear wheels. So in snow mode, steady throttle. Have a look at this. When you're on an incline path, this camera feed is going to be very useful because you can't really see what is immediately in front of you. So this display is going to be very useful in such a situation. And as you saw, the vehicle has just climbed up effortlessly without any tantrums or drama and not even too much of slip of the wheels. So the traction control system has worked brilliantly to ensure that the grip is optimum and the momentum is progressive and it doesn't feel jerky or snatchy when you are tackling such terrain. Next up, articulation. So this time we will try to understand how good is the wheel travel, how well of a job does the suspension setup do of this Maruti Suzuki Victoris. So I'm now in snow mode. I will continue in snow mode till the time we have wheels on the ground and with better traction. But once we are in the middle of this articulation patch, when the wheels, more than maybe 2 wheels, are moving up and not gaining enough traction, we will lock the split, the power split between the front and rear wheels. So let us check it out. Rolling steadily, reducing the speed. Good comfort while doing all of this, all right? So now I'm in the middle of this articulation patch. I'm going to press this lock button. Now the traction is going to split 50-50 between the front and rear wheels. So check this out. Gentle throttle and the vehicle, this Maruti Suzuki Victoris, it has come out of this articulation patch nicely. Now you might have felt the pitch and roll because the articulation, the dug up section was a bit deeper and that is why it was moving that much. You felt that pitch and roll, but still throughout that situation I did not feel any jerk on my bottom or on my back. So it just highlights how comfortable this vehicle is, and that is what we will find out over here in the next obstacle as well, which is curbstones. So we are going to drive a bit faster and you can feel some thuds on the suspension in terms of what you hear, but not so much what you feel on your bottom or on your back. So again, that highlights the comfort capability and characteristic of this Maruti Suzuki Victoris, that this is going to be a very comfortable family car. So even though you want to enjoy the drive off the road, the passengers, your family members seated inside, or your friends, they are not going to be thrashed and tossed around and they will not feel uncomfortable. Next up, we have negative and positive side incline. So again, we are going to activate the camera, the 360-degree camera support. This is going to help us align the wheels ideally. And what we will do is we will gently let the vehicle enter this obstacle, and it is moving without any throttle input. All right, very nice, just modulating the brakes. And now that I'm going to approach the incline patch, I will just give some steady throttle, and the vehicle with the all-wheel drive setup, it has climbed up. When such wheel slip happens, you will see the traction control kicking in thanks to the telltale sign which will be displayed on the speedometer cluster. So you know that the all-wheel drive setup is working hard to ensure that you get out of that particular situation. Again, activating the camera, wheels are aligned properly, entering this dugout section. Very nice. Positive side incline. I am on the higher side. As you can notice, I am stopping midway. Absolutely nothing is squeaking or squealing inside. The chassis is well built. None of the body panels have flexed. Nothing has made any sort of noise inside the cabin. And when I start to get going, steady throttle, and we have climbed up. And that was our off-road experience with the Maruti Suzuki Victoris. A rather simple looking car, you might say, from the outside, but it has the AllGrip all-wheel drive setup, which is going to ensure that you can have fun. So if you are going out for a drive with your friends and family, you can wander freely. Of course, you can't go into deep slush or you can't drive over huge rocky trails because you do not get a low range transfer case. So you don't have that rock crawling ability or that low high torque crawling ability. But for the average Indian Joe, this is good enough. Let us know what are your thoughts about this AllGrip system of this Maruti Suzuki Victoris in the comments below. And do check out the other content pieces which we have uploaded for you so that you can make an informed car buying decision. See you soon and drive safe. And even if you're off-roading, always wear your seat belts.